Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I am Tracy Shuchart, Senior Economist, and here are the headlines moving markets this afternoon. First, we have Barclays CFO on the wire saying he doesn't see any signs of stress in U.S. consumers, which is interesting because we just talked to Stephanie Lake this morning about just that. So Barclays does confirm that as well. Interesting, we had J.P. Morgan trading desk warn that Fed rate cuts risk tanking stocks. They said if the Fed actually follows through on the widely expected interest rate cut at the meeting, this could turn into a sell the news event as investors pull back. We'll see if that happens. Tyler's worried, the analyst who wrote this paper, said they worry that the FOMC meeting acknowledges that while consumer price index reading on Thursday is unlikely to stop the Fed from cutting rates, commentary from public and private companies on inflation indicate there's more tariff-induced cost pass-through on the horizon, and the speed and magnitude of that are unknown. So additionally, rate cuts also could spur labor demand and in turn trigger wage inflation, which is typically sticky. So overall, they expect higher inflation, yet the Fed to cut rates, and that could be a sell the news event. We will find out exactly if that happens or not. We also had the French premier resign after losing the confidence vote in France, and we saw a little bit of pullback on the euro against that, but it quickly recovered. So there is that. Then we had London's Heathrow Airport terminal was evacuated over a possible hazardous material. There was a ruling on U.S. Federal workers saying that Trump administration could indeed fire them. We did see indices pull back on that, but they have since recovered as well. And last but not least, we have the Minnesota Vikings, top 10 team facing the Chicago Bears, a bottom-ranked team. So for all you Bears fans out there, it should be a nice beating today. And that is the news while we were away. So now I will hand it off to Nick and Stowe for Trade the Close.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thanks,
Shots
Tracy.
fired against the Bears.
I guess there's nothing wrong with hating on the Bears, and for all of our friends in Chicago, just like me living in Dallas, Texas, and there's nothing wrong with hating on the Cowboys when you're not a fan. It's just it's a way of life here for anyone that's not a fan. And you just laugh at Jerry Jones and what he's doing every time.
Well, there was that Steelers game yesterday was sick. Everybody was wrong about that. The thing about Steelers fans and any Pittsburgh fan in general is they're pretty negative all the time, even when they have good teams. So they were like, we're getting smoked. Everybody knows this, but turned into like a crazy shootout. The under on that game was 13, and it ended up being like 32 to 30, something insane.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy ending, and I'm sure if you're Aaron Rodgers, that one probably felt good. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway,
he's fine. He doesn't need. He's good. He doesn't need extra feel good. He's Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, how's your trading doing today? How was your trading, Nick?
How was my trading? My trading was interesting. I'm decently green. I was trying not to do too much. I had a poor Thursday last week. I just realized the charts look weird. There we go. I had a pretty poor Thursday. I hit my first red day. I didn't have a single red day in my personal account all of August, and then had a pretty terrible one. Of course, it was the day after XY and I were having this discussion on like when is the green streak gonna come to an end?
Yeah.
So naturally, it happened the following session in the most perfect price action to do that, which would have been like a Thursday session, which is just slow, not really giving any sort of rotations, just slightly grinding higher. So
yeah,
with that, with the day like Friday, I was trying to keep it a little light today. So green, but haven't, I mean, I tried to sell like 880s like 5 times and just seemed like I scratched myself out of it, took it for a quick scalp because we rotated all the way back up. And I just was not going to be run over on if we made that push up towards 900. So kind of folded it a few times, but
Interesting.
overall, not a bad day. How about you?
Oh, good. Today was great, actually. I've mostly been trading ES today. I did take one more shot in the afternoon at NQ, but I did get run over. This has been NQ's kind of been the more interesting story to me. All of this insane selling and buying that's been going on down here. 792, 820. So I did mention this earlier in the stream this morning that I was looking for the 780-ish area to be to hold for like higher time frame long continuation. Nick, have you seen my new beautiful chart? Would you like to look at it?
I saw an early preview of it. I didn't know if it was finalized. I just enjoyed
Let's
not seeing the brown anymore.
It's nice. Now, the cool thing about my old chart is that you could never guess what colors those actually were because there was really no way to tell. But new chart, very nice. So again, afternoon chat. If you missed it this morning, please give it up for Leo, the king of RGB, and for making nice colors. But yeah, so I've been looking at this. One thing I use all the time are the monthly, the previous month close standard deviation bands. And I use those just as context for where we're at going into the next month for the first like week and a half to 2 weeks. And we fell out of it. We came down. This is actually, I need to figure out a study to print these on here. But so this is when we opened. This was September 6th, I think. September 5th or 6th. And this was the big sell-off day, and we came down and ticked to the tick the previous month VWAP close right here. And that was where we started to reverse from. So once we did that, I've been looking for this to grind higher and get above 780s for further continuation. So the fact that we put in like this giant grind down here is encouraging to me. That this area is being defended. This was kind of an exhaustive push into that. So for those reasons, I'm trying to stay long. But I've also been playing with ES a lot today too. So
there's nothing wrong with trying to get long. I got long down here with just a one guy, and then it was that kind of that moment where after the chop and consolidation that has really just been this day's session. It was like the realization in my mind. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you've had a good day. Like, are you really going to put more money at risk? Like, I know you're doing the show, but you've never been the person that's going to force a trade because he's going to be on stream. So I'm kind of like, why am I in this? So I ended up covering like right at the opening range mid and just said, hey, a one guy for, 15, 20 points. I'm just going to take that.
It's still a good trade. I mean, the day is like our range is 125. I think ES is at 26, and that's tiny.
Yeah, our vol's like negative apparently. So especially in ES.
Are we? Deli tweeted that we were rolling already again. I'm like, how did we lose the September contract already? But I guess it's time.
I realized that last night when I was doing the show, which was cool. I got to do it with Pharm last night, so that was fun. Having somebody else on stream with me instead of just rambling to myself for an hour talking about long time frame stuff. I mean, it was good to at least have somebody else to bounce off of. But I realized, next week is roll week, so we're gonna start seeing those, whatever you want to call them, the random large orders, spoofers, all the other fun illiquid garbage that we see.
Yep.
This week and into next week. So we'll be fine this week. I mean, unless we have a weird situation where we see the volume start to shift early. I'm not too worried about having to roll earlier than I expect.
That would be crazy.
But we'll see. It's the end of the year, so I would imagine, that we're rolling to the December contract, not the end of the year. So, yeah, that'll be fun next week for us to just continue to complain and be upset about when the volume starts splitting between September and December. So
I get a
everyone's
little
favorite week is
sad when we
back,
roll
folks.
contracts. I liked September contract. It was nice to me.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
think it
miss
was
it.
for me as
Uh,
well.
Actually, I was very glad to see March go. The March
Yeah.
contract can suck a butt and never come back again.
Do you have a favorite quarter for trading contract? Like, is there just a symbol like the ESZ for?
I do
What's
like
your
Z the
favorite?
best. Yeah, Z is my favorite for sure. I don't know why. I got nothing for that, but yeah, I actually do. I do prefer Z. I like seeing it. I'm like, nice. I love Z.
There's always, is it H? There's one I always like forget completely.
I don't know. I usually don't know when they come up unless we're talking about Z.
It's big Z guy. Yes, Cooper. It's a big Z guy.
I'm a big Z guy. Oh, how you doing, chat? You guys get chopped to death in this day, or what are you doing? You okay? Is everybody okay?
Uh, Sean, you can get our chart layout. These are templates and things that we've kind of customized and built from the OFL suite. So the freemium edition will get you some tools, and then if you're interested in kind of learning more, or you've seen some of the things and the indicators that we use and how we talk about them, there's obviously a full suite of statistics, indicators, and all the other fun stuff that the team cooks up behind the scenes. But yeah, if you haven't played around with it, check out the freemium edition before you do anything else, is what I would highly recommend.
AK asks, "What do we think about a long here?" I mean, to be fair, I am long here, but I've already taken um, two off and then added one higher, so I'm not loving that we're back here. There is a little. I didn't quite make my high. I was gonna do it, but then I didn't. I didn't make my high time frame ES chart, but 91.50, 91.25. Also yesterday's close, but very, very stiff bullish ledge right there on the volume profile for like the rolling 5-day volume profile. So those two things in confluence, bouncing down there, all of this absorption, getting above this buyer. So what we got down here, and I did take some stops trying to get into it. But we got down here, and it looked like we had this two-way setting up where passive seller was stepping on this some more after we hit. So we hit previous day close, bounced back up into IB low and this passive seller. And it was pretty nasty for a second. But once we got, I don't know, I just figured I might as well take the shot and be wrong. So I was in with a pretty tight stop here at 64.94 scaled. And then I got one off for quite a few points at 03. Added back here, which brought my average up. So now I'm just pulling this, kind of dragging this trade up, trying to hide behind this LVN right here and see if we can keep continuing higher to the other side of balance. Somewhere up here, 06. Yeah, I don't have a lot of like expectations for this day though anymore.
No. I think if we were going to get an outside move at this point, like we would have already gotten in the session, we would have probably left this range. We would have probably left 800 behind.
We need somebody to say something into a microphone or something.
Yeah.
Like there's no news. We have consumer credit at month over month at 3:00 Eastern. So
it seems like everyone's waiting for the over under on the amount of revisions to NFP that comes out tomorrow morning. That's probably what we're doing.
Dude, is there any end to the amount of things like to wait for and the narrative that goes into that? It's just like, good God.
It's also CPI week.
Sure.
Why not?
I feel like every week is CPI week. Is it not?
This one actually caught me off guard. Like same thing. Last night I was getting prepped for the show and I'm like, wait, didn't we just have like PPI and CPI like 2 weeks ago? It felt like that, I guess. But no, it's back. So yay.
Yay.
Heading into roll week, heading into options expiration, all the other fun stuff next week. Like, woohoo.
That's when Gamma really gets to the party, by the way. Gamma shows up and is in the room, and it's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere until these options expire.
And then we can kind of move. But if we don't move quickly enough, then Gamma's in the room again, apparently. I think that's what happens.
Right. Exactly. Gamma's like,
And then
hold
suddenly,
on.
Captain Iron Condor is back and keeping us well wedged, and all of that stuff happens. It's weird phenomena that exists in the markets. I don't care enough to lose sleep over them, but yes, they do have those things happen randomly. So it is
funny.
what it is. I just try to press buttons, man, and survive. Just
That's
like
all you
do.
got. That's all we're doing, dude. It's just pressing buttons, trying to survive.
Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Yeah, actually, I played a ton of poker.
Nice.
Yes, I did. I was like, I kind of had like the run of a century. It was cool. I went to play a tournament. Um, I did it okay in the tournament. Then busted out and just moved over to a cash game. I didn't cash in the tournament at all, but I played well. Tournament poker is a freaking nightmare. You're working with like a 10% win rate and you're still good. Yeah, and then I just sat down in the cash game and just like couldn't really do much wrong. So that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you? What'd you do? I saw Leo smoke some meats. Did you do any smoking the meats?
I seared sous vide and seared a couple ribeyes on Saturday.
Okay.
So that was about the extent of my weekend. No, I did like house projects. I had the last bit of like baby proofing we still needed to do, a couple like two other gates on the stairs. So, laid low. My life is slowly going back to normal here. Um, I've been full time dadding / full time trading / influencing. All of the above things, and thankfully, my wife is gonna be back and better than ever, ready to go in this upcoming week, so I can focus on some other things too here and there. But yeah, it was pretty good. We just laid low, didn't do a whole lot. I'm trying to plan like a not a staycation, but a small like quick weekend vacation. Like maybe
Okay.
we head down to um like hill country or like wine country outside of Austin, like Fredericksburg. Just something not too far, but something to do for like a long weekend. Because I feel like since the baby's been born, it's just been very, very quiet. People have come in, but I haven't really taken any time for myself.
Mm, that's fair. Yeah, you got to do that, dude.
I
We've
know.
got my wife and I's anniversary is coming up, so that's gonna be cool. We always go do something chill for that, and it's like that's fall time, so we're
Mhm.
getting into the fall. Happy fall, y'all! We're getting into the spirit over here.
Oh, yeah, my
You guys
we
don't have that
decided
in Texas.
to light every fall candle apparently in existence in our house on Saturday, and it would make a shopper at Home Goods with a pumpkin spice latte in their hand like significantly jealous. Like that is the scent. It was like if
Okay.
PSL had a baby with a piece of pumpkin bread mixed with a wonderful fall bakery. It was insanity.
That's awesome. Now, how do I keep track of my win rate in poker? Actually, there's several good apps that you can just download for free and just do it. Um, but I say that win rate thing about tournament poker because you have like, I mean, you're buying in for $300, and like first pay, like if you're gonna hit, the top three, you're usually getting, I don't know, 20 to 1 on that if it's a good structure. So it's just the nature of like, it's the same thing with trading, right? I'm gonna take this off because I'm tired of fighting with this guy. All right, so I got this. Just one left. Um, Same thing with trades. Like you can have a 10% win rate if your normal profit factor is like 20 to 1, right? So that's essentially what tournament poker is. You have to survive a ton of variance, but yeah. I wanted to ask you about that sous vide thing though, Nick.
Oh yeah.
I don't have one. Is it worth doing this? Because I just reverse sear in the oven after a dry brine, and then sear off. I do cast iron. I don't even mess with a grill for my
If you're
ribeye
doing
world.
cast iron, I would say I don't think you need it
Okay.
because you kind of can hold a lot of that moisture and you can use butter. So like you can,
Oh, I use butter.
I mean, I would say everyone I know, every one of my friends that has a sous vide, like they are doing a very intense high heat sear with charcoal. Like I don't know anyone that's doing it via cast iron. I think there's probably
Okay.
guys that still do cast iron. So I don't think you need it unless you're going to get, a green egg or something that can really get that high of a temp. And you kind of want that like smoky crust esque thing to it. So
Okay.
I'm not a I've never mastered the cast iron sear myself. I'm getting better
Mm.
at it, but then at the same time, it's become like my house just smells like
Oh yeah.
like steak, and it just goes everywhere. So it's just we've kind of moved to like you do this outside now.
That's
But
fair. That's
sous
fair.
vide is great for a lot of things. I'm pretty much a fan of doing it. Like I've done a tri-tip that way, larger cuts, or when you're doing it for a lot of people. Like if you needed to sear perfectly like 8 steaks, like sous videing them first, and then
Right.
for a larger
Okay.
party, like it just makes sure everything comes out perfect, timed with sides, everything else. Like it all kind of works. Like I did it for Christmas for like 15 people, and there's no way in hell that would have worked without a sous vide.
Yep. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Dom says, "Hi, so how do you interpret delta map candles?" Yeah, I'm just looking at them to see if they flip colors at spots that I'm trying to take advantage of. I've mentioned my ES ones need a lot of work, so I don't really look at them much. The NQ ones are really dialed in though, and this is what I'm watching primarily. So like here's a good example. And you have to have like just the candle itself it's just like normal delta, right? It's noise. Um, so you can't just start playing the candle colors and expect to be able to have, you know, results that aren't not random. But here's a good spot. Let me make sure I'm on my side of the screen. Okay. So down here at like 1237. So this green line here is the 5-minute OR mid. It's a common trade setup. We've talked about it a million times. Leo found it. He let us borrow it. We had to sell him our souls. It's a really complicated agreement we have. But this setup is this exhaustion bubble here, bright red delta selling into it. It comes out of it, and the candle flips. And we also get a delta flip here, which is part of the delta map, meaning that now we've gone from negative delta to positive delta. So these are all just clues that help aid the execution around that level. So instead of just like putting an order here at this level because you've seen the trade work a couple times, you can use this information in congruence with delta at price, all those different things to make entry decisions. And also they're usually retested too. So you don't need to just grab like in the moment if you don't want to. If that's not your style to market in, that's fine. But yeah, I just use them like that. And then same thing here. There's not a level here to play, but like this is an exhaustive low, clearly. We left a little exhaustive volume node down here. Again, bright red, absorption, color flips, delta flip. It gets retested. Now we're bouncing out of that for now.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
that being said, none of this is we're still in the 5-minute opening range.
Yeah.
So I'm not stoked to get into anything here.
I realized like my cross trading's nothing's on. I tried to rebuild an execution chart for NQ like before I was gonna come on air and do this, and I realized it was a terrible idea because it ordered into NQ immediately instead of MNQ, and I'm just yeah. My brackets aren't set. That was a mistake.
Ram says, where can we find the PAX levels? A new indicator was made, right? Yes. Yes, it was. It's a link that's on, it links to NinjaTrader's, whatever they call that, the place where they keep all the stuff. But just go to Pax's Twitter and he just tweeted about it. So follow the link from that would be my best suggestion. But yeah, it's around. You might just be able to go to NinjaTrader and just search PAX and it might show up. That post might show up. Ecosystem, thank you. That's the word. That's the word. Ecosystem.
Do you guys think a high time frame bias is necessary? No, but I think high time frame context is something that I would recommend to traders. Like if you
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Like you should have have context to where we are trading, where longer time frame buyers and sellers may be present or non-existent in some of those spots. But not try to form a bias. Like if you're an intraday trader and you trade New York Open and New York Close, you really can't afford to have any bias outside of naturally the market has a buy the dip motion.
Mm. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I do look at higher time frame kind of, but not really. I mean, most of the stuff I'm even looking at is like I look at the European opening range, and that's pretty much all I care about for pre-market prep. And then I'll glance at the high time frame chart just to be like, where are we at in the map of whatever. But I'm just I'm trading the bias that's created by the day, which changes, all day. Like this day changed like a bunch of times.
Yeah, ES looked like absolute garbage.
Yeah, look at this thing.
In the morning, I was about to shut off my computer, and somebody asked me "Oh, did you trade ES today?" And I was like, "No, I think if I traded ES during that, I would have broken my PC."
I went back to NQ
because I was short NQ, and it finally broke out of that little consolidation, but it did to the upside. So NQ, I was able to scalp as things were happening. ES was not moving whatsoever. And then of course I would have then, after about an hour plus, the market would have then told me I was wrong. So thank God I wasn't trading ES. Oh boy. His position tracker is on NQ.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
ES.
Actually, yeah, we got time now. I was more actively trading. I was more actively trading in the morning, and that's why I didn't want to mess with it. Oh, it's gone. That's why it's not on here. Okay. That would explain it.
Yeah, my other one has it's randomly disappeared before.
Well, I lost my PAX OR too. All right, let's see what happens. All right, there it is. Okay, here's NQs. Oh, for God's sake, let's change this. We can't have this. Leo sent me that one color palette, and so I'm just going to use it for everything now. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. Oh, that's dumb. That's not bright enough. But yeah, there you go. No, that's wrong too. Hold on. Anyways, I'll fix it. Sorry.
Yeah. When we try to fix some of these things and adjust new chart, because we try to keep the charts updated, I try to play with new things and optimize it at times. And sometimes trying to fix it live on stream is never a good exercise.
Nope, sure isn't.
As we learned a couple Sundays ago when I tried to build a micro Bitcoin chart on the fly, and it apparently crashed my long time frame. Like that was one too many charts with all of that volume loading that Ninja said, nah, we can't do it. So I was very interested to look at a long time frame micro Bitcoin chart with all those volume profiles. But maybe next time.
Maybe next time. All right, we are so back right now. Here you go.
Boom.
Boom. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I guess I'll just throw this over here. Okay. There we go.
This is a very sad session, folks.
I'm okay. I'm having a good time.
I mean, I made money today, so I was like, I'm happy, but I'm sitting here just like there could have been several points of today when you could be locked into a trade for way too long.
I'm going to try this new soda water. So this is, you guys know I really like soda water. The production team asked me to try it on screen because we don't really have that much to talk about. So yeah, here it is. It apparently is like a fancy Polar. Now Polar is the cheap water, which is my personal favorite.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
So we'll see. This is raspberry limoncello. Yep, kind of smells like medicine.
I'm very curious if the vibe is somebody is throwing raspberries at you from across the street. It's not a great reaction by Stowe.
Nope, that one's not for me.
So give us a 1 to 10 or zero possible. Second sip.
Yeah, I gotta give it. Yeah, I gotta give it a. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah,
3 out of 10.
Nope, garbage. Yikes. Yeah, Polar, if you're watching this, you should be ashamed of yourself for making that. That's bad. Don't drink that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other 5.
I keep it pretty simple with I'm just a Topo Chico twist of lime kind of guy.
No, I know. I got talked into it. I get easily influenced by an end cap in the store. It just happens to me. I get end capped all the time. And this was yeah, I know. It's very stupid, but
Printington says based on your reaction, I mean that's a generous score.
Well, I don't want to be too harsh but it's not for me, Carb level bubble. No, the bubbles suck. Not stoked on the bubble size. Yeah, the raspberry taste is horrendous. Very medicine-y. There's not a bit of lemon in there. I sure could use some to cut through some of that Robitussin taste. Blech.
So clearly,
yeah, Publix is good. I don't have that. I would drink that if I had it.
Yeah, we don't have Publix here, but I do frequent them when I am randomly in Florida, like once a year. I'm a fan of going into Publix.
Oh, Mark S has a good point. That poor high was a trap today to try to take out. Listen, the day's not over, Mark. Number 1. Number 2, it's not a trap unless you fall into it. So
I was shocked that, after last night and just the all night kind of grind up, and that we were already basically back to Friday's high, and just were like, no, not that little NFP post open reaction. Like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that little guy. We're back. We are so back.
Oh, don't worry about him.
That little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
I still want this here. I still want to hide behind this node. I don't know why I drug that stop up. I shouldn't have. I need to get my entry back.
Sometimes I just forget that I need to hit control when I scroll.
Yep.
And it just I'm like, why is my computer frozen? It's not. if you did notice, I built this chart, but there is no price line. So, oops. Still work in progress.
Oh, Frintintin asked, "Can I share my ES Delta Map settings?" I could, but I don't like them, so I really don't want to. That's something I still am trying to hone in. I need to get in the Discord and ask some people that are more ES inclined to help me out.
Yeah, I just threw like the classic 1500 and just like hoped for the best with the basic settings.
Yeah.
Like things I had used, but I'm like, I have not actually optimized that since God knows when. So need some of our ES traders. NQ 23,730 loading.
Oh, here's a question. What is the best way? Nick, you go first on this one.
Okay.
Caleb says, what is the best way to process the intraday switches in the market without having a bias? In other words, are you just reacting to order flow without much thinking about it?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I don't know how to answer it without saying that we're back to this is when I then would lean into my long time frame chart and long frame bias. Where in the broader, okay, so I guess it then becomes like I look at those. I don't have a high. This is what I get for building a new chart and not using my Sunday charts to actually show you guys this. But in the broader like sense of, is the market in theory like trading in balance, or did we just recently leave balance and then we just rejected off a high volume node? So I will then use like longer time frame levels. I would say if we have a day like this where we came all the way up, kind of tested the highs of Friday, failed there, that's where I'd be kind of gauging, okay, we have order flow that obviously reversed there, but then I'm kind of leveraging those longer time frame MGI spots and levels to kind of hone in and guide my decision making for the rest of the session. Also, in the grand scheme of things, we're still just trading inside. Obviously, this is not a great looking balance day, but we're still trading well within the IB low and IB high. And we've kind of just been sitting for the last hour plus inside of the 5-minute opening range. So the structure on the volume profile doesn't look like a D day, but this is basically just a balance session. So you kind of have to, I guess, think about that in the context of things too. We couldn't leave the initial balance. We failed. We came back in. Can't break much lower than the initial balance low and the 5-minute opening range. So you kind of just got to play the edges there and not really have a bias. You're just kind of playing based on, what the market's telling you. So I don't know. That's a really good question, and I really would have to think about it, probably a little more in depth. And what do I do in those situations outside of just default to where am I trading? Let's say over the last week's volume profile.
Yep. Caleb, what I kind of do is like as the day goes on, and I have more information, I'm just leaning more into like what the day is actually becoming. And now that we're like, I don't know, we got an hour left, we kind of know what the likelihood is. I say this all the time. The market is like, it starts the day with the lights off and slowly turns the lights up on you all day until they're finally on and you can see everything at the end of the day. So the context clues in the beginning of the day, you need to be a little more prepared to pivot because that's not that much information. Like, I mean, chop, 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 nightmare, ran a low, and then became a quick trend. There were a lot of points to be had off of that. And then kind of retraced and turned into a balanced day. So today's a day that had maybe like an identity and a half, 2 identities. Some days are more complicated than that, and they have a bunch. So I just lean on the rules and the tools that the rules and the tools.
Brian says we're just trading on vibes. Admit it.
Yeah, I'm also just trading on vibes. That's what this is to me. I mean,
today really much was a vibes day.
Yeah.
There's not really another way to look at it. Yeah, not exactly the easiest session, just given the pace was pretty slow, but and even the rotations. I mean, they were pretty tight, even on NQ. And don't get me started on ES. Awful.
Profit Target asked, do these indicators only work on the desktop version? Probably. If I was to guess, I don't know. I don't know about Pax's. I know that OFLs do. I don't know about Pax's OR thingamajig. I don't know much about the browser version. That's something that I should try to figure out so that I'm able to speak on it more.
I was playing with the NinjaTrader mobile app. It's kind of cool.
Oh, it's sick. Yeah. I have it up all the time.
It needs dark mode, but it's
yes, yeah.
That was the one thing I was like, that's very bright when I was checking prices at 6:30 in the morning after rolling over in bed. I was like, oh, there's no dark mode. Okay. So there's my one piece of feedback for the dev team. I need dark mode before I blind myself looking at the charts. But it was cool. I was kind of impressed how simple it was to, play around with, get stood up for my account. So that was awesome. I actually had no idea it was released, and then I suddenly saw it.
Oh yeah, I've been using this since the beach. I was slinging on the beach, baby. It was nice.
Great ways to manage those mobile trades sometimes.
Yeah.
You always got to know if you're a desktop trader, like, what is my mobile out? And I would hope your answer is not call the risk desk.
Yes.
from your broker.
That should not be.
I would hope that's always like the fail safe when the app doesn't work.
I'm going to get taken out very quickly here. We'll see. Came back to the back of this tiny little LVN I was hiding behind.
If we hold this 80 spot again, I may take a stab.
It's going to come get me a little lower.
What happened to my music? I hate it. Where'd it go?
I don't want to buy after
Martin, the NT app has dark mode now?
It does?
Okay, now I'm going to look.
Okay. No dice. That's okay.
It says coming soon, Stowe.
Oh, okay.
So it's in the app.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Okay. Well, I've been fake news before.
No,
this won't be the first one.
We're still coming soon. Can't really see that.
It looked bright. It looked very bright.
Yes, but that is very bright. So soon there will be dark mode. Soon. Yeah. Martin, you got everybody in the chat very excited, but it still says coming soon.
Come on, Martin. Come on.
Or maybe it's on Android. I mean, that's possible.
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. To our Android users, you have access to dark mode. For all of us that use iPhones, apparently, or are not green text bubble people, you still got to use light mode. Those memes used to be great. Like the one guy in the group chat that's on an Android.
Yep. That was my brother-in-law for many years, many years.
I always hated it. Wait, back when when Apple released like the text reactions and things, and it would just be like, it would tell you the name in your contacts, and it would just be like, it would be like a text version of the reaction for everybody because there was one Android user. Awful.
Jose says, hey, Stowe, do you think OFL will ever come to a platform like Project X? Yeah, I don't have a single clue. I do know that each platform has its own, coding language and much much nerdery is involved in the process of making those things exist on all of those. So between Ninja and the other platforms that they've already coded them for, I don't know if that's a priority. I also know that you need to have like good and reliable tick data, and that is also not the norm in all of those platforms. So, but I don't know anything about Project X really.
Is this low gonna hold an NQ again?
Nah.
I mean, they're trying to do it in ES.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm over it at this point. They've beat me. They've beat me down.
That's
so
how I
I'm
felt
like,
about
yeah.
this whole power hour. I was just
I don't know.
I feel like I've ran a marathon today. Firmament, come on, man.
Yes, Leon. Leon asks, guys, where to start learning order flow concepts? Any suggestions? Boy, will I have a really good suggestion for you shortly. It will be so good. People are going to ask, how is it this good?
They're going to wonder how they ever lived without it.
Yeah, no, we're going to put the Painting the Tape website up soon. Let's see, 96. Nah, I'm still not going to buy it. It's fine. We're good. We're good. I don't want to overtrade a good day. So
that's how I feel.
Yep. We're not going to do it. NQ still looks like garbage, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like, are you seriously just gonna pull a reverse completely right here? I don't know. Seems
we
unlikely.
can talk about my high time frame chart over here, as you can see. Well prepared for today's trading session. What I get for trying to clean up my charts a little bit and have an NQ1 ready to go at all times.
Yeah, Leon, it will be on a website. Just follow us on Twitter or follow Painting the Tape on Twitter, and yeah, we'll let you know. And it'll be free 99, baby. Best price in the biz. If you're cheap like me, you'll be stoked.
And it will be soon. Released soon.
Yeah, September 15th.
Oh, we said the date.
We did. We said the date. Yep. It's going to be out September 15th. New episodes, season 2. All going down, baby.
I wonder what we're going to talk about.
I don't know.
That's
same stuff we always talk about.
Yeah. Someone's going to go on a rant. Everyone's going to laugh. We're going to randomly talk about some things that actually are relevant to the market. And we're going to have some fun.
Afternoon, Phoenix. Afternoon. Hey, Trader Nautilus. What's up, brother? How are you?
This is where I got long the first time.
Yeah, I just don't want to buy. I just don't want to buy a poor low. Now that they both have one, I just don't.
No.
Not interested.
I hate it.
I mean, it can work. Nobody likes pressing the green button more than me.
I feel like since we've been doing this afternoon stream, like there's been a number of poor lows that the market has just given the finger to and just reversed out of several times. It always seems to happen when X, Y, and I are on. Yeah, see, Norse Stowe selling the poor high has worked quite well.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's just ain't for me. I don't want to do it. I mean, I'm mostly watching NQ right now, making that decision because it's look at this Chad down here with all the bullets on the planet.
That guy.
Yeah, this guy. But we haven't even touched this 30-second opening range. The other thing that hasn't really gone down at all today retrace to the G line that on a Monday.
Yeah.
The G line for NQ is far away. It's at 633, or I'm sorry, 673. ES is not as far at 64, 83, 75.
Yeah.
I don't know. This just looks like sometimes the market says stuff to you like, buy it, I dare you. And that's what it feels like right now. Yeah. Doesn't mean that it's not going to work, but
it's going to make you nervous the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to play chicken with the market. I have already done that all day. The weekly open, Danielle. The G line is the weekly open. Globex, Sunday Globex open.
Yes, the session, folks, has been pretty gross.
Oh, thanks for a minute. I appreciate that, bud. A poor high and a poor low is just basically like an equal low or an equal high that didn't have any sort of clear exhaustion. But as many have pointed out, including Leo, a poor high is technically, and a poor low is still technically a form of exhaustion. It's just that the losing team was not able to break through that at all. So it's just like, instead of getting exhausted, you can kind of think about it like they just decided to take their ball and go home instead. Different thing, but George. George says, I saw a tweet today. Someone saying trading order flow is like playing a video game, while trading the candlestick charts is like watching wall paint dry. I would say that analogy is pretty flawed in a lot of ways. I wouldn't call trading order flow playing a video game. It can be if you're trying to look at every single bid and ask that exists over the course of like every tick, then yeah, that's going to look more like a video game. You're going to make yourself extremely dizzy trying to sort that out. But I mean, candles and price action, it's all like, that's the structure. That's the, that's what you use order flow to execute off of. It's only watching paint dry if it's slow. Sometimes it's not slow. I have also complained that it's too fast for reference. So
yeah, that is true. I guess I have complained both sides.
Yeah.
Oh man, and we still got 40 minutes.
We're good. We're good.
Of the paint drying simulator.
It's doing spicy stuff. I have a feeling it's gonna.
I want to see us break the low.
Yeah.
I'm so used to having an ES chart up here. We just flipped today.
Yeah, that's crazy. Someone threw a chair. I don't even know if that would help.
I mean, I would gladly throw a chair if it meant this market was going to do something.
Hey, you're welcome, Rizzy. No problem. No problem, homie. Okay, that's a new low on NQ.
Woo!
A new low for ants.
Just a tick or two.
Not the kind that bite you. I mean, look at this. Look at this maniac.
Wait. Is that technically an L period low of the day?
Oh God. Oh no. Yes, it is. Just on NQ.
That might be the saddest L period low of the day I think we've ever seen. That could in fact lead to a new low of the day.
No, No, I've been the champion of that stat for the past few times. It's been working 100% of the time. So now's the time for it to fail. We don't need to worry about that.
This is one of those sessions where I would not have imagined that stat would be in play.
Me neither. Yeah, that's wild.
Furman, if I change my lights red, I can push price through. Let's see. We'll go red because you asked.
Wow, that's 765 spot. Bought a lot of stuff.
That guy.
Yes, it did.
All right, so we are trying to manifest an M period low here in the next 5 minutes by my lights going red. Can I please get short? You want me to short the low of the day? You want me to short in the hole? Come on, chat. I thought we were friends.
It can work. It can work.
There's nothing. I mean, given the speed of this tape right now, I would not want to be short in this area, but I mean, I could see a nice flush and maybe ES tries to take out its weak open, but there's just nobody that wants to actually do anything.
Warrior Fortune. Yes, you have a very good point. The DOM on NQ is usually just a few contracts up and down each tick. But right now it's like 40 to 50. Yeah, pretty weird, huh? I personally despise when NQ's book gets extremely thick like that. It's a freaking nightmare.
Manuel, joke's on you. I'm flat.
But yeah, there's no reason why. Like, I don't know why. Other than to say, like, there's a lot of participants in the market at the moment.
Oh, here we go. See if Stowe's Chad here at 65 has more to buy. I can't remember. What was the price last week of the guy that was sitting with like a 1500 on NQ, like holding us down right before we just ripped like 150 points to the upside in like 30 minutes?
I don't remember, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sometimes it's like those areas I need to actually mark just for myself.
That day messed me up quite a bit. I got very bullish that day. I think it was Tuesday. Hey, Spaz. Hey, what's up?
Oh, it was 360. Thank you, Dio. Could not.
Oh, thank you, Dio. You're right. Yep.
Where that price was. I don't know why I was thinking like 5 something, but that jokester. That was like last Wednesday.
Milk.
Yes, because that's when I got stopped out at 64.28 trying to long for the move. And so far, we're holding this low, as ugly as it is.
Yep. ES just standing here. Yeah, I don't know. Dio says, why not high of day instead of new low a day? That's just not how the stat works, dude. The stat is new low, a low in L period means new low in M period, and then vice versa. So if we made a new high in L period, then we would be looking for a new high in M period. Good
Maybe
grief.
the CME servers are doing a Microsoft upgrade.
Is it Patch possible. Tuesday? Yeah, let me look at that. I'll get the high time frame chart up for ES tomorrow also.
Yes, I will. I will recreate or rebuild my other one because I know this is just not as aesthetically pleasing of all my pretty volume profiles.
All right, so we're at 783 is that previous month guy. Current month is right here at 734. So I mean, we got some downside. We got room to downside, or we just get back up over it. I don't know. Someone's just buying the.
We're probably gonna, we're probably gonna close around like 815 to 820 or something. Because why not?
That's what I assume is happening. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this node we're making down here. That's a lot of volume to just like, turn on a dime with. So
here come them buyers right for M period.
There you go.
Saying F you and your stat.
Good. Also, it's not my stat, it's Leo's. So
F
I only claim it when it works. JS, I assure you, I do not have 500 lots to pull. If I did, I sure would not put them on the book in the first place. Know that.
Yeah, would you just if you could sling size Stowe and you
yes.
had the opportunity to exit your position, let's say, you were underwater at times, you decided, hey, it's time to exit. Would you still scale out if you were in, say, 20, 40, 60 lots? Or would you just market order one and hope for the best?
Do you know what I would do? I would go on YouTube around the time when I needed to do it. I would go on YouTube and I would find some streamer who was streaming NQ or ES, and I'd wait till they were like locked into their execution spot, and then I would just market order right into their face. That's what I would do.
That would actually be really funny to do if you could sling some size, like somebody that streams like Globex, and you're just like, I'm gonna exit this this swing time frame NQ short, 50 lots that I bid in since Liberation Day, and it's time for me to exit.
Oh, I thought we were saying I could have like 500 lots in this equation.
Oh, whatever you want. I just
because I'm trying to make somebody feel extremely weird and uncomfortable with this.
It would. What's funny? If I ever had that much money, Stowe, I would steal that idea. Like if I was just that rich,
because that would be hilarious.
I would laugh to myself about it.
I mean, it would only be fun for us. I mean, and I would, of course, we could all call each other and be like, okay, ready? This tape is not normal. We're all just laughing, just dying.
Just the market makers and all these guys. That would be a lot of fun. How much money would you need to convince the streamer that their levels worked? Yeah, like that would be even more fun, Stowe. Like be listening in for like them to say, okay, so we're gonna watch for a reaction like right around this spot at 785. We're gonna see if there's anybody still trying to sell there, and then as soon as it wicks there, you just mark it out.
I love this idea. I love that. That's cool. He gets off stream. He's like, man, I think these levels I might really have something here.
This is the stuff we talk about when we're watching paint dry this afternoon, guys. Would you be worried about slippage, or you just have so much money that it doesn't matter?
I don't know. I think by then, if I had that much loot, it's probably somebody else's problem, and I'm just like, sitting somewhere nice, and I'm less worried about it. That's probably like a Fidelity robot's problem, not mine.
You are the slippage.
Julio, it's not, are we rolling this week or next? What the hell week is it? No, we're rolling next week.
We wouldn't probably roll. I mean, not even attempt to roll until Friday, if anything.
Yeah, I usually roll on Monday. So
it just depends. I always just wait for when 50% of the volume is on December.
Yeah, it's been Monday, but yeah, whenever the volume switches over, it's going to affect next week more than this week for me.
Although I will just remind everybody, I'll be the first streamer influencer person to say this. When TradingView decides to just arbitrarily roll the continuous contract at some point this week, over the weekend, whenever they do it, don't go on X and say like we just gapped up an absurd amount and forget that this is what happens every quarter.
Every time
people do, and I'm just enough.
I think I noticed last roll that TradingView did it in a less insane way. They used to be like the
only person rolling.
The only people they would roll in like a week and a half early.
Drive me insane too, because I used to have like crayon drawings that were like manually
me too.
drawn. It doesn't work with the continuous contract, and it would drive me insane. And they would just do it out of nowhere before I could screenshot my picture.
Driver, actually, yeah, I'd probably still have that Prius, even if I had enough loot to sling 500 NQ. Honestly, I mean, it's a good car. I only really need. I mean, that's not our only car, but you know, we're kind of like a one car family to begin with that happens to have two cars. So, I mean, it's paid off. What more do you want? And I have the fun side quest of how long can I keep this weird car alive? So yeah, I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah, I have to buy a new car soon. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, that stuff's a nightmare. I have no desire to go through that process again. So as long as I can put that off, doesn't matter how much money I have. I still don't want to do it.
Well, I haven't bought a car since 2017 when I bought my truck, and that's paid off. Like, I just don't want to deal with. Like, I know I can get the best deal possible, but it's like, do I really want to play 7 dealers around the DFW area against each other to find the exact car I want?
Yeah, it's a freaking nightmare. I hate that part. Yep.
Just to save like an extra $5,000 kind of thing. Like I don't want to do this.
Nautilus, what do you mean? What continuous thing?
Continuous contract?
Oh, yeah, so no, TradingView just has hey man, dude, what's up? Sorry I missed you at all. Yeah, but hey, thanks. No worries. Thanks for hanging. No, that like NQ with just the exclamation point after it is the continuous contract. So it's just like you can pull NQ up quickly and it'll just default to whatever contract is the one that we're closest to. You don't have to actually type in like NQZ 25 for December. So that's when we say continuous contract, we're just talking about the way that TradingView does that. Larry, we don't use TradingView. We're just talking about it. Well, I mean, that's not true. I pull it up on my phone with like, I'm like, I wonder what blah, blah, blah is.
I don't use it. I mean, I built a couple longer time frame charts that I still throw up on my screen or check mobile, but I don't execute, or I've never been a fan of ever executing on it. But it's one of those things like they do the Black Friday stuff, and you kind of buy 3 years worth of it for the price of like a single month. So I think I'm still on that.
Also true
as well. Hey, James, it's been a minute. How have you and the baby girl? We are good. Everything's going well. She's almost 10 months. She'll be 10 months this week, which is absolutely insane.
That's awesome, brother.
But everyone's alive and thriving. So yeah, we have her baptism coming up. So I get all the extended family, everyone coming into town. Looking forward to that. She's good. She's army crawling, not quite efficiently crawling, but army crawling, and she gets wherever she wants. She's getting scary, like with how efficient she moves her body now. Where she just decides, I'm going to stand up try to like climb on top of the dogs and then balance on my knees on top of the dogs. So I'm just like, this is not good.
You wait, brother.
It gets worse, I know.
Till she's running. It's going to be wild.
But she's not so coordinated where it's like, I'm not worried about her just like leaning on these dogs and then immediately smashing her face. So, yay. Well,
we might be getting it. I don't know.
I think we're going to, I mean, I would be shocked if we get much higher than like, I guess that 820 spot. You got this leg to leg VWAP as well as, all right, sorry, the leg to leg from like the high of the day up here. I don't have it turned on this new chart, but it would be sitting somewhere up here towards probably 810s, 820s. Yeah.
I don't know. Point of control is 6,500 over here. I don't imagine that anything too insane is going to change that.
Yeah. What does the chat think? Are we just going to rotate back up towards the point of control on ES and NQ?
I'd ask how many likes we have, but I think I have an idea. That's a little low.
My ass is clenched. I'm telling you guys.
Guys, I know this is like watching paint dry, but I'm going to once again remind everybody that's hanging out with us that we are on a quest that Jim has given Stowe and I all the way from Sicily. I think he's in Sicily. That we need to continue his never-ending march to 150,000 subscribers on this channel. And the team is going to do something really awesome whenever we do, in fact, finally hit that number. It could be a personal Pizza Hut pan pizza. It could be something much better than that. We don't know. They think it's actually way funnier behind the scenes if we don't know and keep just making up random things that it possibly could be. So,
oh, Nick, wait. They told us on Friday somebody's getting a pair of Ferragamos for real, by the way.
If you wasn't that a PAX thing, or is that part of this?
No. That's part of the giveaway now, according to Deli on Friday. He said that that's, yeah, so somebody. I don't know who it is.
I can't wait.
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
I feel like I haven't gone
remembered.
I haven't gone influencer mode since last night, so it was like itching at my body to finally like let it out again. It's like I'm like a werewolf.
Oh. No New Balances, Alex. I'm a Hoka household. Thank you.
See, I used to run in Hokas like when it was an actual like marathon triathlon brand for running, and now everybody uses it, so I don't wear them anymore.
All right.
Like I used Hokas when I was doing Ironmans, when like that was their thing, was long distance running.
Yep. I mean, that's why I use them. They're nothing has ever been that good for me. Saved like I haven't had a knee problem since. The only thing I got to fight with is stupid plantar fasciitis occasionally, but other than that, but that's just because I'm old.
I just have knee issues, but it's wear and tear more than anything. I rocked Brooks running shoes lately. Like they seem to be working. I tend to wear them down pretty quick, so I have to flip constantly. But I'm also not running right now. Are we gonna do this?
Doing something.
Back to 820s, aren't we? Because why not? Nick's bougie, that's completely fair.
See if we can cruise through this 6,500 guy. This is just nasty price action.
I mean,
like coming out of this,
yeah,
without running any of this, that's extremely nasty price action.
You had this jokester at 65 still sitting there without a violent like excess low first. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yep. He's partying. Yeah, this stuff doesn't always work like how you think that it's going to work. There's still, there's outlier stuff all the time. So yeah, that's another reason to be prepared to, pivot, prepared to be wrong. Like that's why I didn't want to get long again down there. It wasn't that it couldn't work. It's just that like it doesn't look very good.
And it's also like, do I really want to do that coming into M period, like on a slow day like this? Like, is that really is that really the trade you want to take and possibly get steamrolled to the downside on some kind of liquidation
Yeah.
after we just traversed value the whole day and came on the lows? Like, no, not my favorite trade. But how many times have I been wrong trying to long the low of that day, and you get that violent options driven garbage end of month flows, the gamma's in the room with us type moves the last 30 minutes, and we close on a new high. So maybe I should shut up.
Oh, okay, we got chat talking about running shoes. Okay, yeah, Reversos, Team Hoka. Okay. Oh, nice, Gene. Yeah, dude, the website looks sick. Lots of people helped us with that. Leo's also really good at that stuff too. But yeah, we'll give proper credit to everybody that helped us with that. Um, that build when it comes to it. But it's nice.
Um, Dero, sorry if I mispronounced your name. I know the large negative delta that we were sitting down here. Yes, this is a trade I would take if it wasn't. It's just a time of the day. It's Monday. I just kind of in a mood where it's like I don't really want to put more at risk. Like, yes, the setup is there. Would I have loved to see a little more of an excess low than this little wick down to 60 before taking that long? Yes, but the setup was there. It just kind of was an equal low to the one we made, right before Stowe and I came on the air. So not
Yeah,
that
I didn't
just
want to
didn't
take it
want to do it.
either, just because of this. Like, there was a lot of selling above it that was also rewarded, and we didn't get like some sort of seller exhaustion. We just kind of ground back out of it. So there just wasn't a spot for me to click the button down there. I mean, this 765 guy bought all the things he could buy. So
And I guess the
he's
logic
winning.
is this. I have taken much worse trades than this at this time of day, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I've taken much worse setups and been wrong. So just one of those where, hey guys, it's Monday. Slow, grindy, miserable, choppy type of day. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. NFP revisions day.
Captain Price, I would agree with that IB low fail reclaim concept as part of that thesis if it hadn't already happened the last time that we came down here. So that was why I didn't take this time, is this had already done the thing. It ran it, reclaimed it, ran it. So I was not looking for the exact same situation. On the second test, this turns this from an A trade to a B trade for me, and end of day B trade with not much meat on the bone, that ain't for me. But I hope you guys took it if you want to. Always take the trades that are in your playbook, no matter what the hell anybody tells you to do.
Yeah.
Because literally nobody knows what's about to happen ever in the game.
But this is that, longer time frame spot up here towards kind of the 810s, 820s. The market has a lot of interest buying and selling around. So shocker. The 24-hour VWAP sitting right there too. So us closing slightly above the point of control in the session where we built all this little node all day. Not a shocker to close around there. We'll see what the algo does though.
Yeah. God, 2 minutes to the algo already. Today went fast and slow. Yeah, today was an interesting day.
Yeah. Neil, that long on, okay, I guess it this way. Taking this long, oops, I'm on the wrong screen. Taking this long actually would have felt a lot better to me than holding that long that XY did and I was trying to build into on ES last Wednesday. Like this was a little easier probably to entry, to find some risk and kind of just hold. That is very true.
Dane said they'll give us a like if we can make the market move.
I mean,
I don't know.
We gave you 50 points on NQ.
I mean, that's
Attention
about
traders. It's algo time.
What you got, Kane? What you got, Algo? Anything?
Ooh. Somebody angry into that.
Yeah, Algo was a little grouchy, but that's okay. The Algo was like, "This is a 6,500. Get back there."
Close at the overnight high. If I have an opening range mid, well, why not?
I mean, there's still time for that Leo stat. It's still the stat lurks.
God, I forgot about the stat.
The stat lurks. Don't forget.
It's like that scene in The Hangover. He's like, I keep forgetting about the damn tiger.
Oh yeah, this is pretty pissed.
Yes, it
Thank
is.
you, anyways.
What is ES doing?
Just
Pegged by Gamma, probably.
It just found 6,500 and now it's happy again. That's it. That's all it's doing. What long are you talking about, Nil? What long were? Oh yeah, you guys were in that crazy long. That thing was disgusting.
The 360 or 330s kind of long. I think XY was in between 330 and 350. I got in ES at 6430s, moved my stop to 28s after it had kind of looked like it was going to hold.
Yeah, and then it just went straight up.
And then it hit my stop.
Oh no.
And then never looked back.
Oh no. I didn't know that, Nick.
Yeah, I was not happy.
Pain.
I was like, oh, I'm just going to tighten up my risk. If we come back to 28, I mean, it's probably going to be a new low of the day, blah, 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 blah. All the good things that you're supposed to do. And yeah, the market decided to laugh at my stop.
George, there is such
a new all-time high 24 hours later.
George, there is such a thing called the market on close algo, which is also called the mock algo. And this is a real algorithm, not a figment of anyone's imaginations, that it executes a bunch of end of day orders that are part of institution positioning, like retirement accounts and pension funds and things like that. Wait, there's two Georges? There can be only one. I'm going to pick the one with a photo.
You guys may need to fight for the honor of the name.
Yep. The ES market on close algo is at 350 Eastern, and then the NQ market on close algo is at 355, also called the double or nothing algo, which is something I made up, not real.
Also could be called just long NVIDIA algo. Isn't there a Mag 7 market on close now too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which, I mean, how much different is that than just buying SPY or the triple Qs? Because it basically is. You're just buying those 7 anyway. Price action trading. XY will be back tomorrow to trade the close, I believe.
That's right. XY is also going to trade midday as well.
Yes, he is. Oh, yeah. He's trading Tuesday. I don't know what day it is, Stowe.
Yep, XY is double Tuesday, boy now.
It's funny. My show switched to 5 p.m. excuse me, 6 p.m. Eastern time yesterday. And my wife's like, wow, you did the show for a very long time. Cause I went up a little bit before. Like she thought it was still the same. Like I came down at 6:30 or 6:30 Central time. And she was like, what happened? Like, why were you on the air so long? She has no idea what day it is either, apparently.
That's okay. It's fine.
We're all doing great.
You guys got a 10-month-old. You don't have to have a clue what's happening other than where's the baby?
Which we apparently have to ask a little more now. Like where did she go?
Yes. Yep.
Cooper, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was actually fun to have somebody else to talk to and not just have to long-winded say everything, be a smart ass, and have fun and actually be responsibly explaining what's going on in the markets a little bit. So it was nice that somebody else could hang out a little bit too. Well, apparently Jim is very upset by the amount of likes that we've had, according to the NinjaTrader team behind the scenes.
You guys ain't going nowhere.
Oh Lord! All right, guys, you got 5 minutes. Please pump the likes if you can.
Did you see last Wednesday when Jim came like down from the rafters, like staying in the WWE, to tell from Italy that pineapple on pizza was basically blasphemy?
I would agree.
Yes.
Ain't nobody need that.
Jim came out of nowhere and it was absolutely just hilarious. With the edge with an edge alert too, which made it even better.
Yeah, Pharm's awesome. I too enjoy the Pharm jokes. ES is doing a better job than NQ is right now. You see, NQ is just trapped here. It can't move, but ES is at least doing some sort of something.
I mean, we're at SPX 96. So can we say the 6,500 gamma's in the room? Probably.
That's big Condor for you.
That Mr. Captain Condor, whatever
Captain Condor.
Call this individual. Him, the JP Morgan caller guy, they all can, leave the Jackson Hole Symposium and have a party or something. All those guys.
CMP says they love Hawaiian pizza. Listen, I'm not trying to yuck anybody else's yum. I'm happy for everybody who likes anything. I'm just saying, when you put fruit on a pizza, you tend to make it a little wetter than it should be. I'm just throwing that out there. It's just like I don't know if it should be there.
You ain't wrong, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, where is XY? He's probably enjoying his day off price action trading. That's where I would guess he is.
Yeah. No, because you did the mid-morning, obviously, because it's Monday.
Yep. No XY today. He did wake up and chime in, though, so I know he's around. I don't want dried pineapple on my pizza either, Caleb.
You say dried pineapple?
It's like putting a raisin on pizza. Like, why? No, I don't want this.
No, thank you.
I'm just a pepperoni guy.
Yes, tomatoes are a fruit, but they're not a pineapple, which is, no. We're not doing this again. We did this last Wednesday. I'm going to draw the line there. There's 2 minutes to the close. We're not going through this again. I had Shab, Sav, everyone was chiming in on like Team Pineapple, and I needed Jim to, with a steel chair and the Stone Cold music, come in and make sure we were all on point after that.
Oh, man. Only fun people like pineapple on pizza? All right. I feel like some shots were just fired, but that's fine. And that's also not true because you know what? Jim is maybe one of the most fun people that I can think of.
Yes.
So.
Friend 1010. I love that avatar. I just noticed he has Stone Cold as his.
Oh. Let's spice a little bit there.
We got 50 seconds. Let's see if they want to try to make a new low. I don't believe it.
Nope. Stat fail. Good.
I mean, it's only 68% of the time it works every time?
Yes, it is 68%. But contextually, that was not the world's best spot.
No, that was not the best like structure for that stat to even possibly set up in. I was kind of sitting there like, wait, did that really just happen?
I mean, that was really
it was a sad low.
Let's see.
Well, a pretty lackluster, sad session. It did provide some opportunities if you were patient or you were coming out guns blazing long, I guess, on NQ off the open. But otherwise, we didn't really go that far. We kind of just meandered around the 23,800s level all day, which on the longer time frame still seems to matter. Stowe, any thoughts?
No thoughts. I'm happy with today. That was nice. I had a good time. Thanks for hanging with us, chat. I know that was a little slow, but yeah. Yeah, come hang with XY tomorrow. And I think, what is it going to be? It's going to be XY and Leo in the afternoon too. So
yeah,
we're XY in the morning.
We're changing it up. We want to make sure you guys get some different vibes every once in a while. So it was nice to actually get to trade with Stowe here this afternoon.
How are you? Good. That's good. I'm just saying goodbye. Do you want to say goodbye? Okay. Here, I'll tell you what to say. You ready? Okay. Okay. So you have to say the most important message of the day. Go ahead.
Huh?
No, say the most important message of the day.
No.
Is stay safe out there.
And I'm not doing that.
You don't want to do it?
No.
All right. Well, we got to say goodbye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, guys.
I'm making the Lucky Charms.
Everybody be safe out there. Have a good night. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Cheers.
Thanks, Boo.